Hey everybody, it's Ron Fish from Tell the Truth Sports Radio, and I want to reintroduce you to my buddy PJ Walker. I had interviewed him before he got on to Carolina. He was undrafted. He was looking for a team. Indianapolis drafted him, or I think picked him up in free agency, and he didn't play. But Andrew Luck fell in love with him so much he referred him to his father, who was running the World Football League, and he tore it up. And then he was able to pick up a chance to play for Carolina. And last year, if it wasn't for a bad celebration penalty, Carolina was in the running. He was playing pretty well. They were in the running for a playoff spot, possibly the division, because every team in that conference was in the division was not that good. But he is just a solid backup. And he comes in and it's not spectacular. 18 of 34, 192 yards. He did throw two interceptions, but he just got there. Every time he goes to a place, he's able to game manage really good and make the throws he has to make, like he did against the Niners, and play with a lot of poise and confidence and win. So here is my interview with PJ Walker, and he's kind of the butt of jokes because they beat Brady last year, and they say, "Well, Tampa's down." They lost to PJ Walker. They were always using that. And this week, San Francisco had a bad game. They lost to PJ Walker. Like he's just, the biggest scrub. There's a lot of lousy backups, and he's not. To me, he's a solid backup quarterback. And here's my interview.
Yeah, yeah,
Is it rolling?
Easier for you so you don't have
everything.
to stand there and hold the camera?
Oh no, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah,
Hey, I'm here with PJ Walker, NFL draft pick, who I'm so proud of because he's an Elizabeth homie. I covered Elizabeth back in the day. I've seen you since the 10th grade. Congratulations. How does it feel to be an NFL draft pick?
First off, I want to say thank you. It's been a blessing just to, have this opportunity and the privilege to be in the position I am in right now. I'm honored to, go out there and put on for the city. That's, in my opinion, one of the biggest things people take full advantage of when they get that opportunity. So, just going out there and being blessed about it and not doing things that's going to criticize my judgment and my game the right way.
Now, what about your years at Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Describe that because that's when you know what? I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
When did you know, like, I'm going to be D1?
I would say in about 7th, 8th grade, I had that mentality of watching guys that's in college go out there and play. Watching Kaz, watching Dashi, watching Ray Graham, all them guys.
Oh, Ray Graham.
I realized that this Elizabeth got some talent and we can go play with the best of them. And just being able to go out there and do what I did on Friday nights in high school was just fun. I was going out there having fun.
Yes, and before we get into your college years, three of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen, Elizabeth, is Al Hawkins, Asad Abdul Khalik, and yourself. Yeah. And I watched you in the state championship game against Piscataway. I love Elizabeth, so that was painful.
Yeah.
You lose that game. You have one of the best games ever, but you do throw the pick in overtime.
Right.
You come back the next year. Mm-hmm. You wanted Piscataway.
Yeah.
So you get him again. Right. And it's another great close game. But you get stopped at the goal line. And you get the ball back deep in your territory with not a lot of time left. Yeah. Take me through that drive.
We're gonna stay poised. We're gonna stay at it.
Mm-hmm.
I always had this mentality: the more poised I am, the guys around me as poised as me. So I just went out there relaxed. I ain't had no worries. We're just gonna go out there and we're gonna play. We wasn't thinking about nothing that was gonna happen that could have went wrong. But we ain't gonna get too high thinking about the things that could go right. So we just went out there and we just kept playing. I've been in a similar situation this past year. In college, we played UCF.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 30 seconds left on the clock. We down 5. It was 20-25. I haven't played a really good game. Throughout the whole game. But when the lights turn on and it's time to shine, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna put on for my teammates. I'm gonna go out there. I showed them that ain't no worries. You feel me? We just gonna go out there. We gonna have fun. We gonna go play. And that's what we did in the last 30 seconds. We took the ball down the field. We played in 30 seconds. and we drove 70 yards down the field. So, you know, it's just the mentality you have, you know, in the back of your mind of, I can go do this. That's the mentality.
So you win the state championship, you get your revenge with Muscatine, you go to the Temple, and you become a star your first year. There were distractions. Now you're the star. You're in college. You know the distractions. I gotta go. The women, the guy, whatever. All the stuff you got to deal with. How did you deal with it that first year?
It's just being humble, man. That's the type of person I am. I'm a humble person. People say it, but I actually am what I show what I am. You know, I'm not gonna sit there and brag about anything about what I've done. You know, if people know me around that campus, they know I ain't gonna say nothing about. I can walk around campus around there with my hood on and just keep on walking. You know, I ain't really out there to be being a flashy guy or anything like that. I'm just there to play football. I'm there to go to school, get my degree. So that was my mentality, and that's what I went there to do.
Now, 2015.
Yeah.
The day you play Penn State, and they say you've never, ever beat Penn State.
Yeah.
What's going on in your head? Like, hey, DJ, you guys never beat Penn State before. What was you thinking before that game?
So I've always heard that Temple's always came close to winning, being Penn State. You know, I was a part of it my sophomore year. We went into the game. We played decent. We had a few turnovers and everything like that. The game went bad towards about the fourth quarter, and it showed that it's a lot of distractions when you go inside that Penn State stadium, man. You know, we got an opportunity to play them at home. And, you know, we got down early till we got down 10-0 going into half. We ain't had no worries still, though. We won. It was the first game of the season. It was hot. It was 10-0 going into halftime. Next thing you know, we up 27-10.
That was a big win. That was really an eye-opener.
Yeah.
But I felt the biggest eye-opener that put you on the national map was the loss to Notre Dame when you played on national TV and you played so well. You lost 24-20. But after that game, everybody started talking about P.J. Walker. Hey, you see that guy from Temple? Temple's good. Yeah. Where did Temple come from? And that extra tension, how did you deal with that the rest of the year? Because now everybody knows you now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was just the me, though. It wasn't a me thing. It was, we had Jihad having
Jihad. You know what? We're going to get to Jihad next.
Was having a hell of a year. You know, he played some of his best football I've seen him ever play. You know, we had a great defense, and I had a great group of receivers that made me look good. So when you got guys around you that make you look good, a lot of people are going to say your name, but the guys around you ain't getting enough credit. Like, I got a left tackle that just got drafted in the second round to the Buffalo Bills.
I saw that.
He getting no type of, you know, paper love or on the internet website, none of that. But at the end of the day, without that dude right there, the other four guys up front, ain't nothing else is on the offense is going to work without them. So that's where it all started at right there.
Talk about the luxury of having a Jihad Thomas. So you play with in high school. Yeah. He's a good running back, but he can catch like a receiver. Yeah. And that gave you extra balance that you need to stay on schedule.
Yeah, it gave me a more competitive edge. I want to have a better game than him. Like, that's the way we are, though. Like, if you come to our practice on Monday, like we run 10 half gases at Temple on Mondays, I'm trying to keep up with him. I ain't trying to keep up with everybody else because I know Jihad gonna be the first. I know he's gonna be the first one in line. I'm trying to keep up with that man right there. So if I can keep up with him, I'm doing good for myself. You feel me? So that was just the mentality I had. I'm trying to keep up with him, and I'm trying to beat him in the race. You know, and not a lot of times I beat him in a race because he realized I'm competing against him. He turned his switch on. He get going. That's just the competitiveness in us.
And the competitiveness permeated through the team because you went 10-4. Then the following year you followed that with a 10-4 season, and you have another good year. Yeah. Describe your senior year.
Well, we started off slow because we had so much built up in us to where we kept hearing undefeated. And when you hear that in a college setting, it make you tense up a little bit. So we came out our first game, we lost against Army. You know, we wasn't supposed to lose that game, but we did, and it was an eye-opener for us.
Then you lost to Penn State. They got you back in Happy Valley, but then you got on the road.
We lost to Memphis.
Lost to Memphis. That's right.
We going into one of the biggest games of our seasons at 3-3.
Yes.
So we go to UCF and we lose that game, the game that we drive 70 yards in 30 seconds. If we lose that game, our season over. And even though it's only game 6, But game 7, that's the end of our season.
7 yards in 30 seconds.
We got USF next. USF next, and USF ain't lose. Them boys ain't lose, so we had to go out there. We had to play, and that's what we did. We went out there after we beat UCF. We went on the road. We won a 7-game win.
Does the UCF game, is that the signature moment in your career that, you know, because when you go through adversity and you overcome adversity, that makes you a better team, that makes you a better player, and then you end up taking off after that.
I played terrible that whole game, like I said, but them last 30 seconds in that second half, our defense turned it up. And I felt like if after that game right there, the whole team hit a switch. It's just because the defense started clicking and I started clicking. You know, once we all started clicking, we started dominating teams. You know, we were just going out there playing, having fun, playing for each other. We had enough tears in the locker room, man. We went through it them first 6 games, and we showed everybody what we was capable of.
And you had another good season. Now you're going pro, and I looked at the scouting report. I've looked at you, and I looked at your measurables, because that's the buzzword when it comes to scouting. Look at his measurables. And they say, well, he's a dual threat. I think you're a little more. I watched your tape. You're a little more in the dual threat because you run to pass. There's a lot of guys who run, and they just look and run. But your IQ is high because you run to look for receivers in the backfield. And in 2017, that's the perfect kind of quarterback with the different run pass option plays that they have in the NFL now.
I hate the word dual threat because I know what I am.
I do too.
But I take it. You know, I can run if you want me to. But
you run good now.
I can throw the ball. I can throw the ball with the best of them, in my opinion. And you know, I've heard other people tell me that. So I'm not gonna shy away from doing my thing on the football field, whether it's running or throwing. But I know one thing: I'm gonna sit in that pocket, deliver that ball when I need to.
I tell you, there was one play that I liked. That it was, I don't know if it's a short yardage. You do a play fake, and you go back, and you throw it deep, but you put the perfect touch on the ball in the end zone. Do you remember that play?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Okay.
It was very Charlotte.
Very Charlotte. It was perfect that you put the perfect amount of air on the ball. Yeah. And that's an NFL throw. And I saw you making the different stick throws on the sideline that you have to make. And that's why I think, like people say, you're the most underrated quarterback in the league. You're going to Indianapolis. The fans are terrific out there.
Yes.
So how is it? What do you think about that?
I'm just thankful they gave me this opportunity. You know, thankful for the opportunity. I'm just going out there. I'm preparing myself to be the best player I can be to help this team, help this organization succeed.
Andrew Luck is a steady holic.
Absolutely.
And you're like that too.
Absolutely.
So I think you guys are going to get along perfect.
Absolutely. I mean, I was in college. All right, you had to kick me out the facility, man. Like, I was there when the coaches were there till 11 o'clock at night. I had class the next day, but we practiced early. We practiced first, and then we went to class. But I wasn't getting home till 11:30 in college, just studying film, you know, being there from 6 to 11. I was working. I take breaks, go walk around the facility, play a little ping pong, but I'm right back to work when it's time to get back to work. You know?
Yeah, I'm going to take you to August. And the PA announcer says, PJ Walker entering the game. And you're taking that first snap. And it's on TV and you're in the NFL. What's your feeling? You're under snap in your first snap. What's your feeling going to be like?
Just the same feeling I had when I was a freshman in college. Same feeling I had when I was a freshman in high school. This opportunity only comes once, so you got to take advantage of it.
What's your goals this year?
To be the best I can be, you know, help out Andrew Luck, you know, just help him make his game even better than what it is now, you know. And when things go wrong, he can always, I'm going to try to have a relationship with him so where he can talk to me as well, you know, when things going wrong. You know, I'm just going to be there to study the game and try to help the other guys around us better.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Thank you.